So today we are going to start our lecture number 10 and determination of voltage regulation by MMF method. So magnetomotive force method. For that purpose, in the MMF method, whatever the EMFs are there or some voltages drop across the resistance and synchronous impedance and voltage induced in the generator terminal voltage, it is get converted into their equivalent MMF. And therefore, this method is called as a MMF method. Say in this equivalent circuit, there is a armature resistance RA. There's a armature resistance RA, synchronous reactance Xs, which is the addition of leakage reactance and armature reaction reactance, terminal voltage, and EMF induced in the generator is EF or excitation EMF, and it is delivering the current IA to the load. So the load is not shown, it is in this way. Now excitation EMF, we have the equation EF is equal to EF is equal to terminal voltage from this, if you apply the KVL over this equivalent circuit, terminal voltage VT plus armature resistance drop IARA plus synchronous impedance drop JIAXS. Say this equation number 1, we will take as a reference equation. This is the EMF equation because all the elements of this equation is shown in the form of voltages. So all the values has a dimension in the voltages are there. Now we have a open circuit characteristic for the generator. Say this is the open circuit characteristic. This is excitation EMF per phase, and this is the field current IF. This is curve of OCC, and we can draw the air gap line. Air gap line is the tangent to the OCC. It shows that if there were no saturation in the generator field, this would be the characteristic between EF and IA. So this is your air gap line. Now under such condition, we can represent with the help of some vector diagram. So this is the MMF, FF, field MMF. It produces EMF which is lagging by 90 degree, and in open circuit condition, excitation EMF is equal to the resultant voltage ER is equal to the terminal voltage. So you can say that here in open circuit condition, excitation EMF excitation MMF FF is equal to the resultant MMF FR, because generator is not delivering any type of current or load over there, and hence there is no question of armature reaction. Now EF, excitation EMF EF, can be written as EF is equal to some constant minus J K into FF. It means that the excitation EMF is lagging by 90 degree, and there is some what we can say that it is the admittance at some constant values. Similarly, we can say that ER, resultant EMF, is equal to minus J some constant K FR. It is due to the field resultant field MMF is there, and EAR, EMF induced due to the armature reaction reactance, armature reaction MMF, it is equal to minus J K FA, where FA is the armature reaction MMF. So we can represent this one. So hence the equation number 1 can be written as EF divided by minus JK is equal to VT plus IARA divided by minus JK plus J IA into bracket XAL plus XAR. So this is the combination of XAL, and XAR is nothing but the synchronous impedance, and divided by minus JK. So it is equal to some, we can represent it is by EF divided by minus JK. It can be written as E dash. So E dash is equal to VT plus IARA. It is get converted into the equivalent MMF minus IAXAL divided by K minus IAXAR divided by K, say equation number 2. So this is the equation number 2. So it can be written as, this is can be, if we can say that this is the value of EF divided by minus JK is nothing but the field MMF, total field MMF FF, whereas E dash upon minus JK, we will give the notation as FR1, and similarly this value that is IA upon XAL, IA upon XAL upon K is nothing but the MMF is due to the leakage flux and FAL, whereas IAXAR armature leakage reactance, armature reaction reactance, its equivalent MMF is FA. So our equation become this above equation, equation number 2, it is can be written as FF field MMF is equal to FR1 minus, this minus sign common here. So it is FA plus FAL plus FA, or simply it is FR1 minus FA plus FAL. So this is the MMF equation. Equation number 3 is the MMF equation, which is converted, EMF equation get converted into equivalent MMF equation. And from this equivalent MMF equation, or the value of FF, corresponding value of EMF can be calculated to determine or to estimate the voltage regulation. So therefore it is called as a MMF method. So what we will do, we will take a step-by-step method to solve this numericals by the MMF method. So say we have one more we can do by now very first steps to solve the MMF method. So voltage regulation by MMF method. MMF method. Step number 1, plot OCC and SCC from open circuit and short circuit characteristic, open circuit characteristic and short circuit characteristic from the practical data. So say in the practical data over here, we will first draw the OCC and ISC. So this is your OCC, and this is short circuit characteristic. So this is OCC, SCC. This is your field current, DC field current in ampere. And this is open circuit voltage per phase, EF per phase. and we can draw a line which represent the short circuit scale. So say this is your ISC in this direction. Okay. Now, first point is the OCC to draw to plot OCC and SAC. Second point, find E dash. Find E dash, which is equal to VT plus IARA. It can be written as voltage as a reference quantity. So VT at an angle of 0 plus say IA into RA. So I can write as a VT cos theta plus J sin theta plus IA RA for lagging power factor. So lagging power factor, voltage as a reference one, so it is a +1. If it is a current is leading, so it is a -1. So first we calculate. Now look at the value of FR1 corresponds to corresponding to E dash, whatever the E dash. Say for example, our say rated voltage is 230. So this is the rated voltage is 230 over this one. Say this is V rated, VT is equal to 230 volt. Now from this 230 volt, there is a addition of armature resistance with some value of the armature current. It is found that E dash is equal to, for example, E dash is equal to 270 volt. 270 volt or say 260 volt, whatever, 270 volt. So this 270 volt is over the OCC, and from OCC come to the corresponding value of FR1. So this is the value here. It is this much part is FR1. So this is the value of FR1. So this point is FR1. Okay. So find the look at the value of FR1. You can write in the polar form FR1 as, because by this value VT plus cos theta plus J sin theta at lagging power factor of theta cos phi is equal to say 0.8. So theta is equal to 36.86 degree, isn't it? Now after this value, you are going to find out its magnitude of E dash at angle, say this angle is delta, or it angle is say alpha. For our simplicity, this angle is alpha. So we can find in the polar form FR1 is equal to FR1 magnitude into bracket cos 90 plus alpha plus J sin 90 plus alpha. So by this way, we are going to find out some value, say minus A plus JB in this form. We'll get the value of FR1. So this is the second point. Point number 3, find FA plus FAL. It is nothing but the field current required. Field current required to circulate full load short circuit armature current. Full load short circuit armature current. What it means, say for example, the full load current of armature is say 300 ampere. So from this, say 100 ampere, 200 and 300 ampere is there. So this is the 300 ampere. Okay. Now locate this point on the short circuit characteristic. Say this is the short circuit characteristic location of the point. Come to the short DC current, that is the excitation current. So this much part is FA plus FAL. FA plus FAL. So this is the FA plus FAL. I just write over here. So FA plus FAL. So we found the FA plus FAL. Point number 4. Point number 4. Calculate FF is equal to FR1, this value, minus FA plus FAL. So you will find some value, say for example, here it is at 3 ampere is there. So it is either it is a field MMF or field current. So by putting this value, FR1 minus FA plus FAL, we get the magnitude of FF is equal to some value. Okay, we will get some positive value by this calculation. Now look at point number 5. Find EF, excitation EMF, corresponding to value of FF from OCC. What we have to do? First of all, we have to locate the value of excitation MMF. Excitation MMF, say this FF is over here. So this is the value of FF. Go to the OCC. Go to the OCC and calculate or find the value of FF from the graph. So this is the value of, say, FF, which is equal to, definitely it is more than this one, say 305 volt is there. Once you know the value of FF, it is quite simple to calculate. Voltage regulation is equal to EF minus VT divided by VT into 100. So this is the percentage regulation by MMF method. Just we review. First, plot the OCC and IC, open circuit characteristic and short circuit characteristic. Second, calculate the value of E dash, which is equal to VT plus IARA. You will get some value in E dash at an angle of some angle alpha. Find the corresponding value of FR1 from the OCC. So whatever the value of E dash, look at the E dash value, come to the say field current. This field current is nothing but the FR1. So FR1 in the polar form, FR1 into cos 90 plus alpha plus J sin 90 plus alpha, we will get the value of FR1. Next, find the FA plus FAL, field current required to circulate full load short circuit current. So locate the full load short circuit current on the short circuit scale and come to the characteristic SCC and find the value of FA plus FAL, that is a DC current, FA plus FAL. Now by value of FA plus FAL and FR1, we can calculate FF is equal to FR minus FA plus FAL, and from magnitude of FR1, we can calculate the corresponding value of EF from OCC. So this is the one. Now what we'll do, we try to solve one numerical. It is very simple and interesting to solve the numerical by MMF method. So the numerical is such that a 6.6 kV 3-phase 50 Hertz star connected alternator gave the following data on OC and SC at full load Z and full load at full load current. So here the terminal voltage of generator is 6.6 kV and generator is star connected. So definitely it is phase to phase voltage. We have to convert into the line phase voltage. So VPH or VPH terminal voltage is equal to it is 6.6 divided by √3 equals to 303.81. So 308.10 volt. So this is in kV and it is converted into the volt. 3,810 volt is there, and The data is given for the field current and field current, open circuit voltage and short circuit current. So field current, it is in ampere. Open circuit voltage, it is phase to phase in kV, it is given, and short circuit current, it is in ampere. So current is 3.2 ampere, 5 ampere, 7.5 ampere, 10 and 4 ampere. 10 and 14 ampere is there. So this is the DC current, excitation current. Corresponding to this one, it is a 3.1 kV. This is 4.9 kV and 6.6 kV. Now this is the rated voltage, but for drawing proper OCC, we are increasing the excitation more than the rated voltage. So it is a 7.5 kV and 8.24 kV. This is line to line voltage, it is in kV. Next, short circuit current, here is the 500 ampere. This is 778 ampere, okay, 778. And third is 1176 ampere, 70 ampere is there. And rest of this, the current is very high. The armature resistance per phase, of alternator is 0.2 ohm. And the full load current of alternator is equal to 500 ampere. Okay, and we want to calculate calculate the voltage regulation by MMF method and EMF method. EMF method at 0.8 power factor lag. So this is the data given. So we will solve by first we will solve by EMF method. We will solve by EMF method and MMF method. So first is the EMF method. So in this case, this value is the rated voltage. Okay. And in this case, it will give short circuit current also. So what we will do, we will calculate the synchronous impedance at this value. Okay, no need to draw the OCC and ISC. If you draw, you will find a very correct value. Okay, but for our simplicity, we try to calculate on this given data. ZS is equal to VOC per phase upon ISC at IF is equal to constant. So the constant means at the same value of the field current. So here it is 7.5 is the field current, 6.6 kV is the rated voltage, and per phase voltage already we have calculated, it is 3810 volt divided by short circuit current 1170 equals to impedance value is 3.25. So now the synchronous impedance, synchronous reactance, it is ZS square minus RA square. So it is equal to 3.24. Now we have, we know the value of synchronous impedance and synchronous reactance. So we can calculate the excitation EMF. So excitation EMF EF is equal to VT cos theta plus IARA bracket square plus VT sin theta plus IAXS bracket square. So here we want to calculate the voltage regulation at 0.8 power factor. So it means that here the cos theta is equal to 0.8 and theta is equal to cos inverse of 0.8 is 36.86 and sin theta is equal to 0.6. So EF is equal to, we can write as 380 into 0.8 plus 500 is the armature current, full load current, into 0.2 bracket square. This is also square plus 3810 into 0.6 plus 500 into 3.24 bracket square, and it comes to the excitation EMF is 5022 volt, 5022 volt, and therefore percentage regulation is equal to 5022 minus 3810 divided by 3810 into 100, and the percentage regulation is 31.8%. Okay. So now we can calculate the voltage excitation EMF by this way also. EF is equal to 3810 plus J0. The current is lagging by 36.86. That is the power factor is 0.8. So plus magnitude is 500 at an angle of 36.86, as it is lagging. So minus multiplied by the impedance, that is 0.2 plus J 3.24. So by doing some calculation, we also get the same value. So this is the EMF method. The value found by EMF method is always greater than the actual value of the regulation, and hence this method is called as a pessimistic method. So now remember, the voltage regulation of given alternator by EMF method is 31.8. Now we will check the second method. The second method is the MMF method. So for the MMF method, first we will calculate what is our first we will draw the OCC and ISC on the graph paper. Okay, and second point is calculate the value of E dash. So we will calculate E dash is equal to VT plus IA RA, and which is equal to VT into bracket cos theta plus J sin theta plus IA RA, which is equal to 3810.8 plus J 0.6 plus 500 into 0.2 is the, so the magnitude and its value E dash is equal to 3890 at an angle of 36 degrees. So here E dash magnitude is 3890 volt and angle alpha is equal to 36 degrees. Okay, now our first is to draw the OCC. Okay, so we will do the, say this is the graph, and in this graph paper, see here on the graph paper, this is the kV per phase voltage is there in the y-axis. On n-axis, it's a 2 ampere, 4 ampere, 6 ampere, and so on. So this is the field current, open circuit characteristic, short circuit characteristic. So E dash is equal to 3890. See here, this is the 3890. Now corresponding to 3890 volt, the field current is equal to, this is nothing but the FR1, it is nearly 8 ampere. So our FR1 is 8 ampere. So we will calculate FR1, nearly FR1 corresponding to this value. FR1 is found by this method is FR1, it is 7.7 ampere, or it may be written as a ampere turns. So 7.7 can be written in the form of FR1 is equal to 7.7 into bracket cos of 90 plus alpha, that is 36 degree, plus J sine 90 plus alpha 36 degree, which is equal to minus 4.55 plus J 6.21. 6.21. So this is the value of FR1. So this is the value of FR1. Now point number 3 is to calculate FA plus FAL. FA plus FAL is equal to how much? Now what is FA plus FAL? FA plus FAL is nothing but the field current required or field MMF required to circulate full load short circuit current under short circuit condition, full load armature current under short circuit condition. So see here, so full load current is of alternator is 500 ampere. Now from this 500 ampere, draw a horizontal line when up to the short circuit characteristic and come to the x-axis, that is the field current. So it is in between 2 and this is 3 ampere, 3.1 ampere is there. So the FA plus FAL, see here, this is FA plus FAL is nothing but the field current required to circulate full load short circuit armature current. So here, now the FA plus FAL is equal to 3.2 ampere. So FA plus FAL, FA plus FAL is equal to 3.2 ampere. Now calculate FF. FF is equal to FR1 minus FA plus FAL. So put these values. FF is equal to minus 4.55 plus J 6.21 minus 3.2, and the value of this one is FF is equal to, it is 9.85 at an angle of 140. So we need only the magnitude of FF. So FF is equal to 9.85 ampere, or you can write as a ampere turns, isn't it? Now again, come to our graph paper. Look at the point. Look at the point. How much is the current? How much is the MF? 9.85. Okay. So where is the 9.85? This is the 10 ampere and this is the 9.8 ampere. Now come to the OCC. If you come to the OCC, so it intersect the OCC at this point. Now what is the magnitude of voltage at this point? It is a EF is equal to 4.2 kV. So it is 4.2 kV. So from the corresponding value of FF, EF is equal to 4.2 kV, which is equal to 4200. Therefore, percentage regulation is equal to 4200, that is the excitation EMF, minus terminal voltage 3810 divided by 3810 into 100, and the voltage regulation is 10.23. So this is the voltage regulation by MMF method. So it is quite clear, the voltage regulation by MMF method is 10.3, whereas this is the MMF method. By EMF method, it is around, already we have calculated, it is a 31.8%. So which is the correct value? So if you do the same data by other method, that is called as a zero power factor method. If you calculate by zero power factor method, definitely you will find the voltage regulation is around 9 to 11%. So definitely these two methods, that is a Portier triangle method, and MMF method give the near same value, isn't it? Near to each other. So that 10.23 is the correct value, whereas the voltage regulation 31% is more than actual value. Hence it is called as a ZPF. Therefore it is called as a pessimistic method. So this is the MMF method. The next lecture we will take ZPF method or some numerical based on MMF.